Hello, this is David Dean, and this is my setup video for Storm Shield Defense number 6 in Canny Valley. And if you watch my other videos, you'll know that I am doing this one a little bit different. On this one, I'm going to highlight the weapons, mainly the sniper rifle and the launcher from the event store, just so people know, because they are very niche items, not something that are just as easily and commonly used as most weapons we have in the game right now. So I will have defenders this time, and I will be doing some shooting with the launcher. And so I'm doing this a little bit different. First of all, I am putting 3 defender pads up here, and I will be putting my 3 defender sniper defenders when I run the mission up here with the new sniper rifle. And the spawn point, and the home base right now only has 1 spawn point. It is to the west, so I'm pretty confident this will be the first wave, and usually the first wave doesn't have propane in it. That's one thing, is defenders can have, well, they have a chance of shooting the propane and setting it off. So that's why a lot of times I don't use defenders. But I really want to showcase this weapon sitting up here where they can just, shoot through the lobber shield and take out the mobs as they're coming in. Originally, I did have a defender pad down here, but I was kind of worried that mobs would try to beat through my walls down here to get to the defender. So hopefully by putting them up here, that won't be a problem. But yeah, the defenders should be able to shoot through the lobber screen. Anything gets up in here in the trap tunnels, they should be able to take out with that new sniper rifle that they currently have in the event store. So just to let you know whether you should be or shouldn't be buying it. It does do low damage, but most of this video is going to be me running around getting everything set up for Storm Shield Defense number 6. Fortunately, I don't have a new amplifier, so all we got to do is some rebuilding and extend some things out. I did go through and bash down about 200 structural pieces, because I'm getting to that point where I just don't have enough to build everything I need to. So kind of get rid of the old and put up some new. And also in my other video, as you notice, we're starting to get elemental smashers. And elemental smashers just kind of totally change. Sorry, somebody calling. There we go. Alright. Elemental smashers just kind of change the whole soloing thing, where that is where you really need to beef up your base. Before, I had this open. There's a rough terrain underneath just to let mobs go down, but I want another tile for them to have to walk on before they get here. Also, I'm having this tunnel set up where if I wanted to, I could use the new launcher to shoot a wave all the way down and take out the mobs. And so some of my building, when I'm talking today, I'm going to be building just a little bit different in order to show off the launcher before it disappears from the store. Before I took out the walls here, it was just a 2-tile pathway here before they got into the launchers with the timeout rooms. But I had the elemental smasher just able to walk right through this without any real problem. So in order to deal with those mobs, we're going to go, no, I want a full wall in there. Let's go ahead. We're going to change this into a launcher and timeout. So basically they have to get through 4 or even 5 if you include this last one, where it meets up with the other tunnel over here. And so we'll put that in, but also over here. And also, I need ceiling zappers. I keep holding, instead of leveling up the epic ceiling zapper I have, which is what I should have done, What I did was kept waiting to get a legendary one, and now I'm stuck at a time where I really need to be using the ceiling zappers to take out elemental smashers at the end of trap tunnels like this, and I just don't have one leveled up. So hopefully that's something I get for Twine Peaks, because it's kind of important. Also, on this heavy base constructor I have here, I keep talking about how he has electric floors and how his base does that explosion that takes out a lot of mobs. What I have not been hitting on is the fact that he makes traps go off 30% faster, and that is a huge deal. These wall darts are really low level. I need to level up my legendary one, but on areas like this it's better to put up low level traps than no traps at all. And these things can shoot 6 tiles down this tunnel, so while it won't be doing a lot of damage, it'll be hitting a lot of targets. And let's see, let's go ahead and put a gas trap, and gas trap. We're going to put out over here also. Let's see, can they get through that? Maybe not. Want to get over here to the spawn point. And I'm not sure if I want to put it next there, because you can get spawns up on that. Oh, that kind of takes it out. But alright, we're going to go ahead and just sealing electric fields here just as soon as mobs are spawning, just doing a little bit of damage to them. And basically all it's going to do is tickle the smashers. But hey, that's still better than nothing. Same thing over here. Yeah, they're going up right there. And if you haven't seen my videos in the past, over here to amplifier C, I have it where there's 3 tunnels. Mobs spawn here, there, and on top of that ridge. So to basically confiscate for, on a single spawn, they will spawn at those 3 different locations. So basically I have 3 tunnels, one for each for each group. And then when they come in, just have them hit right off the bat with the ceiling electric fields once again. And let's see, what do we got? 499. So let's go ahead and here just put up a lobber shield. Just trying to force the lobbers to go into the trap tunnels to try to get a good aim on the amplifier. That won't work. There we go. A few more. And over here, I actually tore all this out in order to get more pieces, but then I realized that the lobbers, there was a good chance to get to the amplifier that they would start coming over here and cutting through. So I blocked that off on them. Because the higher you go up, the faster a lobber spawn can just totally devastate your base in a heartbeat. So we definitely want to stop that from happening. Yeah, we're good. Also, last time, let's see. First, let's see what we got here. Here, let's see some more, just a ton of damage. Launchers over here. And hopefully that will take care of our elemental smasher issue if we have one. Alright. So I will come back and reinforce whatever I didn't get on this run. Now they have to come down a little bit further. Let's see, yeah. Nothing should be getting down here except for smashers. Once again, if you have ceiling zappers, they are so much better than gas traps in the very back of your tunnels. Gas traps are great in the middle with ceiling electric fields at the beginning. So at least that's the way I go with it. Here, there's no reason not to put in a half wall. It's not interfering. Let's see. I was going to say with a launcher, but that launcher can actually spit them back 2 or 3 tiles. So I'll go ahead and leave that open. Here, go ahead, and here, once again, wall darts don't do much, but they're better than nothing. All right, and also kind of big area here at the end, a 2x2 area. This allows me to stand in here and see what's going on. And also, by this time, I like leaving it open at the very beginning just so you don't get a clump. And if you get a clump where they all can't get in at once, then they start doing really stupid things. So I leave this open so they can come in for 2 tiles. Here we will go ahead and cut it down by 1 tile with a row. And then by the time they get here, there should be only 1 or 2 mobs going through the tunnel at a time. And this just makes it, when they get hit back here, they have to walk further around to get going again. And walking further around means they got more of a chance to get hit by the launchers. So there we go with that. And if they make it through that, which that would be horrible, then they drop down here. How do I want to do this? Let's do that. And I've started doing this with the trap pits. Before I do dynamo, dynamo, dynamo. But now I do it. If they drop down, they get hit by a launcher back over here. And basically, they just keep trying to get out of here and keep getting hit by the launcher while the other 2 dynamos keep hitting them. At least that's the plan. We will see if the plan actually works. And then right there, we got it. So I think we're all good. Actually, I'm going to put in 1 more trap. If something gets this far, we're in trouble. But it's happened before. So here, just so I can show you. Mobs were getting a lot further in this one than I thought they would be. So we got a 2x2 up here with launchers to timeout rooms. Dropping down here to another 2x2 with launchers with timeout rooms. And once again, you see up top, I'm leaving it open. 1 entire space. Here I have the 1 tile added. And here I got the 2 tile half wall. Just making it harder. And if they make it through all of that, then they get up here. We got a launcher. Wall. And dynamos eating them up as they come up here, along with an additional gas trap. So, and also, always love shooting them in the back with wall darts. So that will work. And once again, I'll toughen that all up later. And so that is one side of it. And this is the majority of the building I have to do on this one. The other ones will be a lot faster. And actually, I want to do this side first. This side doesn't get attacked very often from the east, but it definitely can. So I want to make sure, and before the shield was up too close. I really couldn't add all that much to it. And I have up here where they come up, launchers over to a launcher, over here to launchers kicking them back out. Otherwise, I would have had a ceiling up here. But because of those launchers, I'm leaving it kind of open. And let's see. Yeah, let's do this. I want to leave this open because of the launcher shooting them down, but only to a certain point. Where's the wall? There we go. Let's get that. And so if anything comes through here, there we go. And I think these will still, the husk heads will pop up high enough that these ceiling electric fields will hopefully be going off on them. Ooh, let's see. Might be an overestimate, but then again, there's a way to fix that. Now that we can actually get out here, I wonder if this would help or make it a problem. Let's find out. The main reason I do these videos is so I'm experimenting to save you guys from having to experiment. And so let's go ahead and just put a stairwell up right here. And if it works, great. If not, well, then we learned something. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm just going to have the 1 path here. And if this doesn't work, all that's going to happen is mobs are going to come up around this, bash through this tile, and then go up exactly as they would have before. So, not really that big of a risk on it. But it's good to experiment, so hopefully, you guys know a little bit more for when you do it. And actually, if I put down my base up top, it's not going to reach all these traps. So we're going to make this where I put the base. And then connect it up top with that piece, and now it will extend down into all these traps. And for the moment, I'm not going to put traps on these because I don't know if it's even going to work. So we will find out, hopefully together, when I run Storm Shield Defense number 6. And on that one, that is one of those areas where using this new launcher would be very difficult to get the targeting a lot of times, just because you got to get it a perfectly straight shot. So I'm not going to worry about it if they come up there. And if they do come up there, just in case you don't know, they come up launcher, launcher, they get through that, they get hit by a launcher, and all the launchers here are all trying to get them down into this old trap tunnel when the spawn point used to be right here for amplifier B. And I just converted that old trap tunnel into a new one for protecting from the east side. And then if they get all the way through here, I won't believe it if they get all the way through there, but they just might, so we shall see. And now let's get up on top. And this was another one where I wasn't even able to finish my build because the storm shield was up right against it. Mainly over in this corner. And definitely want to block this off. So now hopefully they will be heading in, and basically what I have it up here, once again, just like the west side, here on the north side I have 3 tunnels, 1, 2, 3, one right up the middle, and then one on left and right. Hopefully all the mobs will go in there and not do anything stupid. Basically, all this I'm doing is trying to get the pathing right so the mobs go exactly where I want them to go. Doesn't always happen, but hey, you gotta try. Launcher back into a timeout room. I could put the walls, but I could not reach it to get to the traps. So we will do that now and just eat them up. As I said before, gas traps in the middle, and then sealing electric fields in the very beginning. Let's see, what do we got here? Let's put down, sorry, all right, there. We put the wooden floor spikes in the very beginning to slow them down, to put down a damage trap. And then 2 dynamos here, eating them up. I actually could have done another timeout room there. Yeah, this tunnel's kind of short, and the thing is, I'm really building up on C because just since I ran this before, I know that on Storm Shield Defense number 10, which can be just an absolute bear, they're going to be spawning on C. What direction? Don't know. But they will be spawning over here with a propane smasher wave. And so I really want to build this up as strong as possible. And unfortunately, I'm going to destroy this so I can put a launcher on it. Just building this up a little bit stronger. Once again, this isn't really for Storm Shield Defense number 6. This is for the later ones when things start getting much, much more difficult. And yes, Epic definitely should make it where you can somehow, in your Storm Shield defenses, get back your resources when you have to destroy your own stuff. But hey, it's not there yet, so we'll deal with it as is. And some more damage, and some more damage. There we go. Much better. I'll come back and reinforce this later. And the 3 tunnels, 2 of them exit down here, and everything is lined up on the amplifier. Amplifier C is right there, so this is lined up for it. They should go here. The only thing I'm worried about is the 3rd tunnel over here. I'm hoping they will come down here instead of trying to bash through one of these 2 walls. But we will figure that out when we actually get there. And then, now that we got that done, what we really need out here is a lobber shield. And this does eat up a bunch of resources, putting all these ceilings in here, but it just makes life so much easier with the lobbers. So basically it forces the lobbers and the flingers to go into the trap tunnel, and they die really fast in there. At least the lobbers do. Flingers are a whole different story. Alright. And I even over here, if they decide to try to go around, I already put up some pieces to block that off. Alright. So that should definitely be doing the job. And if you're going to be putting up a lobber shield, there's really no reason not to put up some ceiling electric fields. And the thing is, with these guys, I really don't need them that much because my trap tunnel is going to kill all the little stuff these ceiling electric fields would kill. But by taking out the husk, the little husk, before they get to this into the main trap tunnel, it means these traps are going to be going off less times. And on the higher level storm shield defenses, these launchers will run out of durability and disappear on me. So basically, I'm trying to do it so as few things get into the trap tunnel as possible, so the launchers are still here for what they're really needed for, which is smashers and propane. And once again, no reason not to put in a wall there. It doesn't interfere with any other launcher sending them back. And so we got a bunch of ceiling electric fields. And yeah, that should be all good for now. And I'm actually going to wait. I was going to put my wall darts up on the walls here, but I have level 28 ones, and I really need to level up my legendaries to level 82 along with my other ones, or even maybe 106. And once I get them leveled up, then I will place them in here for future storm shield defenses. But yeah, this should be working pretty good once again. Another wall there just to mess with them. And then have them eat up there. Alright, we are done with C, I do believe. And the rest of this hopefully will go pretty fast. And also I kind of wanted to show, or should we show? Now I'm going to run back up because I just want another thing of this launcher that is currently in the event store. Right here, this is my trap tunnel through here, the center one. And on the little mini map up in the corner, you can see where the mobs are with little red dots. So what I'm going to end up doing is sitting here with my launcher watching the mini map. And when I see that this tunnel is full of little red dots, I am going to shoot through my own wall and hit all the mobs coming in this tunnel. And it's going to be awesome. As long as they're not propane. If they're propane, then you won't see me doing any shooting, because it will set off the propane. So, alright, get back down in here. This is all stuff that I can tear out at some future point. Probably will be after this mission, or whenever they tell me to put up another amplifier. This is Amp B. Heading out here, and this is one thing. Before, I always put the base close to my amplifier because I wanted to protect the amplifier. But with the heavy base, with that 30% increase in getting traps to fire, I want it out here. Also, I want it out here to collect the, I guess, spirits or energy from all the husks that get killed for when it does its explosion. And that explosion goes out 5 tiles. And right now I only have 2 tiles here. And some of this might get blown up on spawning, but it's 7 pieces of wood. So if it gets blown up, oh no, it's horrible. But if it sticks around, first of all, whatever walks on it is going to take electric damage from the electric floors, and then they'll get hit by the explosion from the base when I put it down here. And for this one, I'm actually, if it spawns over here, I'm going to try to get over here. And then when the spawn point when the spawn goes off, I can sit here on a nice level area and shoot with the Noble launcher. Mobs can go up around this way. So far, it hasn't been a problem for me. I blocked it off with a 45 and a launcher and a 2x2 trap area. But it can happen. I've tried to set it up that they will give up on going through there and just come back down where I was before and drop into the trap tunnel. Whether it works or not, who knows? Once again, this launcher can shoot through both my walls and natural terrain. Behind this wall, there is a cliff, but if you follow the path straight out from here, it's back to here and down the path. So literally, once again, I can stand here with the launcher watching for little red dots on my mini maps, and when I get a bunch of them lined up, I can shoot through the wall, I can shoot through the natural terrain and take them out. And I will be showcasing that hopefully on the video, once again, if there's no propane. Over here, this has worked great, but once again, there's no reason for me not to be putting up some half walls, just slow them down a bit more. And I'll leave that one open so that launcher can send them back into this launcher. And same thing over here, except for let's see. Now I'm going to leave that open too, because if they get this floor launcher, there's a chance of sending them back here, hitting this launcher, which sends them back, and they just keep getting sent back, which is just an awesome thing to do to Husk. Alright, so we got all that. Life is good. Let's get around here to the north. I brought this up several times before. Over here to the north is a spawn point for B, unless you have A over there. And obviously, since I put down A over there, I never really had to worry about this spawn point coming up to this amplifier. I did put down some traps just in case. Also, over there to the east, they will spawn up there and sometime walk across and come down. So I got ceiling electric field, and I got a lobber screen up there, and if they do come down, they're hitting traps. But this is the spawn point, as I was saying, for A, coming up right here. And I need to find a place. I believe I knocked out a place. Let's see. Did I? Yeah. Here is where I put the home base now. Way back over here. But that's one tile. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going out all the way to these traps. So these traps are all going off 30% faster, electric floors, and all that good stuff. And if I need to move it up closer to the base, I will do so. Or closer to the home base. And actually, if I need to move it, this would be a great place to put it. Because then it's still affecting the end of the trap tunnel, and it's protecting my home base. And that is just, with the new constructor, it is an awesome constructor, but it really changes the way you build. Over here on the north, they're going to be spawning, actually their main spawn, well, I'm here. Their main spawn is back down here, this path. Some of them will spawn up here and come through, and I have a trap tunnel just to eat them up and to eat them up down there. A lot of times lobbers and pitchers will just stand there trying to target me or the amplifier, so I let them stand there. If they want to stand there, great, but they're going to take a ton of damage while they do so. Same thing up there. I got another trap box, and I'll be showing you that in a bit. But down here I put in a 2x2 room just to slow down a little bit. I may try to use this here. The spawn point is all down there, so as they're coming up the ramp, maybe try to hit them. But then they come up here and they're working their way up. You've already seen this a dozen times where they come up into this trap tunnel and just get eaten up. No issue, no problem. Hopefully. And let's see, let's get on up there. I wanted to show, and actually I wanted to do a little bit of building. The further you go in the storm shield defenses, the more their spawning points kind of spread out. And there's a spawn point up here along with whatever is down below. For some reason the Husk like walking all the way around over there, dropping down and coming out that tunnel. So obviously have that tunnel all trapped up, but I worry about lobbers being up here. So I'm going to go ahead and make it so I don't have to worry about lobbers up here. What do we got? 257. Some of this I probably will have to take out in a future date just to beef up my tunnels. But for right now, no reason not to use it. Like I said, they're going to drop down on this first ledge, to drop down on the second ledge, to come out right underneath me here. So I know they want to get to that ledge. I see no reason not to let them, but I don't want them going any further than that. So I will block that off, and that's where I will end my lobber screen. So hopefully that works good. Got this over here, and let's see, we got one thing left to hit, and that is the west side of this build. And this I kind of hate. I'm building this up, but I've pretty well determined I'm going to do this amplifier next, so everything I build over here, I'm going to be destroying in a short period of time. So, never good, but it happens. But here, you get the spawn point, everything's getting hit by ceiling electric fields. They're coming down, getting hit by launchers. Let's go ahead and do that there. And on this one, take it out to there. Same thing here. Alright, so they're coming down. They're getting into timeout rooms. If they actually make it to here, then they drop down here. 2 more timeout rooms. This is kind of a problem here because if they make it this far, propane from right here, the exploders will throw their propane at the amplifier, but hopefully they'll be getting knocked around too much to be able to do so. But once again, get over here. If I know they're in there, I can sit here with the launcher and take them out at this point. Or over here. Even though I can't, actually I'm going to have to build. Let's see. Yeah, that's the way I want to do it. Once again, I can sit here watching this tunnel. I know it's a flat tunnel all the way out to the spawn point. And I will be watching the little red dots in my mini map. And if I see a bunch, I can take them out with my launcher. The rest of this, I just have a big lobber field up here. For some reason, I did it in stone. And for this possible third one, hopefully nothing will be coming through here except for maybe some lobbers trying to get an angle. But they got a bunch of traps eating them up. If something bigger comes through, they're either pounding through there or dropping down here. But if they drop down here, they got a launcher sending them over the cliff. I even put a backboard there so they don't go flying on top of the roof. And I have always meant to get in here and put in traps and have never done so. So let's do that now. I wish I had a freeze trap. This would be better for a leveled up freeze trap, but haven't leveled mine up yet. And there we go. Drop them down, and then they have to go back through this tunnel. Alright, so that is all of it. I really look forward to running this. I will be running it in a little while and try to get it posted. I know I got a lot of people asking me about this one, also wanting to see the event items in action. So I will be getting this out to everybody as soon as I can. And I just hope, I know it's a strange thing to worry about, but I'm hoping when I fire with the launcher and with weapons, it doesn't affect things like the old wagon and the skull, the cow skulls, and these natural buildings they have in there. But I kind of think it will. But that's kind of life. So enjoy, take care, and have a great day.